What would you say that a immigrant investor should be looking for when they're looking to invest with a regional center?
Of course, first of all, you have to look into what is the track record of that regional center, right? How long have the regional center been in the space? How successful it has been, right? How many funds that they're completed, right? How many funds they're repaid? How strong and how successful are the developers they work with, right? Because as now most of the regional centers, right? Some of them they are the developers and the regional center, or say they have the license to be a designated regional center, but in our case, the B5AN is very different because we are not the developer. Okay, what does that mean, Ali? Is that we can select, very, 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 very specifically the projects we sponsor, right? Because we have our own requirements. We wanted to work with developers that are well capitalized, with the developers that have a strong reputation in the real estate space, for example, right? You want to make sure that the developer we are working with always pays the funds, always finish the construction. It has a commitment with the project to be constructed, to be finalized, because on that depends the creation of the jobs of our clients, right? So the difference working with a regional center like us is that our interest, our first interest, is not only the development itself. Of course it is, but it's also watching over our investors. Where are they putting their money, right? And we know in peace that that project is already good enough because we did our due diligence first. We know the developer, we know their track record, and we know our investor is going to be safe.
That's why we enjoy working with you guys, because you have such a good track record. You return investors' capital, and then those investors receive their green cards.